So it's on to the first of our finals, the Upper Hutt City Cadet class. Caleb Natoa starting off the pole, Jared Fisher from 2. That's how they finished in the pre-final. 19 laps, we'll watch the highlights. The youngest of our kart sport classes in the pre-final was a pretty good race. Looking forward to another big one here in the final. It's a great form of motorsport to get the kids involved in. Great way of teaching them driver training. And you can do all sorts of events right throughout the country at club level, and the big meetings like the CIK Trophy, the New Zealand's, North Islands, and some of the series like the Top Half Series, the Gold Star Series out of Wellington, of course. If you want to find out any more information, just check out the Kartsport New Zealand website, www.kartsport.org.nz. So there's the 16 of Jared Fisher, slotting into the second position. Battle between himself and Natoa looks to continue from the pre-final. Lee Zeltwang has got into the third position in the number 22. As Fisher looks down the inside and goes into the race lead. Look for this battle to continue right through this final for the Upper Hutt City Cadet class. Absolutely stunning weather in Wellington this weekend. And a big crowd looking on, enjoying the action. Never seen the CRC Raceway looking so good. Fisher and Natoa side by side. Lee Zeltwang is not too far behind there in the 22. There's nothing between the top 5. And behind this group of 5, we've got the likes of Sebastian Bainbridge working his way from the back after a DNF in the pre-final. I think the 49 makes the pass there on Lee Zeltwang. So up into third goes the 49 of Josh Donoghue. Home track here in Wellington. His dad Andrew was a very, very good racer back in the day, now running the MIR Raceline New Zealand business out of the lower North Island here in Wellington. Fisher trying to hold off Natoa. Caleb Natoa from the Manawatu, Jared Fisher from Nelson, so the good old-fashioned North Island, South Island battle. Natoa with a half look down the inside for the right-hander. We talk about momentum in kart sport. It is so important for these little karts because they don't produce a lot of horsepower. They're only 85cc piston port, 6 to 7 horsepower. They run a little dry centrifugal clutch on the crankshaft to keep them running if they do spin. Certainly not a performance-enhancing clutch. As Donoghue makes the pass for second on Natoa. So Natoa back into the third spot. So some nice clean passes. Jared Fisher, your race leader. Racing out of Nelson in the Marshall Batteries colours. So we got Sebastian Bainbridge out there, Callum Crawley, Nicholas Evans, Rihanna O'Meara Hunt, Dylan Smith, Maddie Stewart completes the lineup for the Upper Hutt City Cadets this weekend. 43 of Zach Thompson. Magnetite.co.nz, number 43. This is his home track here in Wellington. A little bit of bump drafting going on as Natoa trying to find a way around Donoghue. Lee Zeltwang is still there in fourth. Zach Thompson in fifth. As Natoa picks back up the second position. These youngsters are putting on a show, showing some of the older classes how to make passes and make them clean without any contact. There's Caleb Natoa, won the pre-final. Very well-spoken young man when Roger Davis interviewed him after that win in the pre-final. He's got to try and get around Jared Fisher if he wants to win the final here. He's going to go down the inside, side by side through the middle of the corner. Natoa picks him up off the exit. Another nice clean pass. Natoa back through to the lead. Zeltwang has got up to third ahead of Donoghue, who's dropped back to fourth. Thompson still back there in the 5th position. Not too far behind and closing in fast is Mount Wellington's Sebastian Bainbridge. Zauwanger up the inside of Fisher this time. As we go to the final lap, Ngātaua trying to hold on. They've dropped off the 43 of Zach Thompson. Ngātaua looking for the victory on the final lap. Fisher 2nd, Donahue 3rd. Ngātaua looks to have things under control. He's got a couple of kart lengths advantage over Fisher. Out of the final corner, it will be Caleb Ngātaua from the Manawatu Kart Club that takes out the victory for the Upper Hutt City Cadets. Unfortunately for Jared Fisher and Josh Donahue, they were both excluded for technical infringements. Caleb Ngātaua taking the win from Auckland's Nī Zauwanger with Zach Thompson in 3rd, followed by Nick Wiltshire, Sebastian Bainbridge and Callum Crawley.
Caleb, a really tight race there, but you came through after winning most over the weekend. You won the final as well.
Yeah, it was really fun. Jared and Josh, really talented kids.
It was very close right to the end. Did you know they were right there?
Yeah, I heard them right there, right behind me.